Today it's Wednesday, October 9, 2024. This is a BWA block, the one that I opened yesterday. Alright, what I did today, I cleaned it up a little bit, I removed the surface rust. Alright, today I'm talking about the block and only the block. The cylinder head's still down there. Yeah, block, crank main bearings, crankshaft bearing caps over there. Alright, looks nice. This is the first wash of the block. Alright, it doesn't have oil, it doesn't have nothing. It looks decent. Alright, corners, surfaces, looks beautiful. Alright, nice. Let's see it from this side. This side, I scratched a little bit down there because there was some piece to come away. I don't want to fly away to come out while it's running the pump. That's why I took it apart. I remove it. That's why you see some minor scratch there. And now that I see again, I have to scratch a little bit there, but not now and not inside the engine room. Nice clean surface, beautiful. 1 second, turn off the light. We are looking good. Back, I didn't move it from the engine stand, the engine block. That's why you see some surface rust here. Now, whatever it's exposed, I'm planning to paint it with some high temperature color spray without a clear coat. I want the engine to breathe. I don't want the engine to close the metal, if it makes sense. Here in this country, in a hot country, it's always welcome. All right. Then this side you don't have so many things to see. All right. There are not so many things. Like any other time, this video is for the owner. You can pause it. All right. That's the deck. By the way, I haven't get any measurement. I haven't checked the deck up here. I haven't checked the cylinder. I haven't torqued down the crankshaft bearing caps. Okay. Let's see the cylinders, starting from the number 1. All right. We see a polishing mark here. All right. It's not a critical because it's not at top dead center. Okay. It's almost in the middle. Fine. There is no lip here. I mean, earlier while I was cleaning the engine, I was trying with a fingernail to see if it bites. It doesn't bite. Even this down there, what it looks like a gap, it's not. All right. Now we have a polishing mark here at this point. Not something crazy. Still visible the cross hatch, and one small from this side. But like I said, the cross hatch is visible. Number 2, that's how that looks like. Alright. Number 3 has, on the number 3 has this surface rust here on 3 spots. I thought it was only 1, I didn't show it earlier. But it doesn't, you don't feel it. Now, is it the ideal? No, it's not the ideal. You don't want the piston rings to pass through a rust. Alright. And all this, the glazing, the shiny part and this surface rust, when you make the 83, obviously it's gonna disappear completely. So, is the other side. Alright, that's the number 4. And this from this side. Now the number 4, it's a little bit worse than the rest. You see some vertical lines there. But other than this, it's in good condition. Alright? Again, for a bone stock application, it depends the run out, it's supposed to run fine. I understand why the owner he wants to use 82.5 millimeters. I'm with him on that, because they told me that, you know what, the owner, he wants 82.5. I said, yeah, if it's okay, the cylinders, if it doesn't have a run out, I'm gonna give you a scenario. If the cylinders it's 82.51, 100 millimeter greater as an example, and it's not so critical, especially for high performance. We're not using the stock pistons, you know, it's okay. If the cylinder it's 82.49, it's not good, it's not welcome. All right, for performance wise, on the stock pistons will gonna run fine, but not for performance. You don't want to be more tight. Now, if it's a 200 and 300 millimeter greater, yeah, you're gonna have some blow by. You're not gonna seal properly. You're gonna be, then the piston rings after that, the crossing, you're not gonna, doesn't matter because you're gonna be collected all the gap in one spot. Yeah, All right, let's make it upside down to see it from down. Like I said, also for me, for my it's right to put a 2.5 if you have a healthy cylinders. I said to make it 83. Why? To have one nice clean cylinder. That's the only way. That's the only reason, you know. So that's from down here. Surfaces looks nice. What I'm saying, I'm gonna paint the part that's staying outside. What I'm planning to do. You see this where it steps the oil pan. This is outside. And the same thing front. This piece here, all this piece, it's outside. So what can I do here? I can put a masking tape, all right? I can put the cover bolted down, cut with a razor blade the shape of the cover that has here the seal, then remove this tape, remove the cover, don't paint the cover, and paint only this area here to don't come rusty again. And I think there is another one here in the middle, if I remember right, because there was some surface rust here. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to paint all the block, all right? Just to paint some spots that's been exposed outside. Here, let us say, you put what I'm doing. I'm putting a masking tape. I'm putting the oil pan, 3 bolts, cutting with a razor blade, all right, and then remove the oil pan, remove the masking tape from outside, and it stays the inner. Makes sense? Now, let's continue. Inside, it's a little bit shiny. Why? Because I put WD-40. I don't want to come rusty in the block. All right, but it looks beautiful. I remove the most of the burnt oil. It looks decent. Right? It has a little bit there. Yeah, it might has a little bit there. Oh no, it was a shadow. All right. It looks decent. I remove the 99% of the burnt oil. Looks like. If you watch the previous video when I was opening it, you'll get understand what I'm saying. From this side, nice. Inside here I clean it. All right. The same thing also for the here. Where is the dipstick? All right. Here, where is the oil return? It's being washed. All the oil galleries inside. All right. Okay. Here inside looks okay. Yep. Again, it's not a final. It's not the final because I'm getting a brake cleaner at the end, and I'm passing all the block, you know, to be 100% sure to come completely dry, blowing with air, don't have nothing, because now you're gonna see from the rag on the cylinders. Then here I have the crankshaft bearing caps. All right, just been washed and has WD-40. That's why it's wet like that. All right, the stock main bolts, and one second, don't want to touch the main bearings with the WD-40. All right, and the main bearings. These are the upper, 1 to 5. These are the lower. The front one, don't ask me why it has this one. It bites something. But overall, yeah, okay. You see it has a little bit wear here. Here it's acceptable from this side. And the fifth one, because of the dual mass flywheel, more vibrations back. The 4, as far as I remember, or normally 4, 3 and 2, it's supposed to be okay. It's not brand new, obviously, but much better shape than the number 1, the number 5. All right, okay. Then, what's the plan now? What's the plan? You know what's the plan? Dang it, I didn't wash the crankshaft. I want to wash also the crankshaft and bring it here inside, because why I want to prepare this. These are the 2 pins, the thrust washers, front one and rear one. All right, nothing crazy here. It doesn't have a manual gearbox. All right, it's normal, fine. What I was going to say? Yeah, if I send at the machine shop the block to make it 83 millimeters, I'm gonna send at the same time the crankshaft, or I'm gonna send only the crankshaft. With one way or the other, I have to wash also the crank before I send it for a light polishing. Then these pins, it goes, one comes here and the other one comes front, sorry, comes here and here. Yes, yeah, one here, one here. This to align the balance shafts with oil pump assembly. Yeah, don't lose it, keep it here. I have to put it in a box. Let me go to wash the crankshaft, don't have it, to finalize also from the crank, and then I'm gonna bolt down the crankshaft bearing caps, torque it down, and make it upside up to get some measurements, the deck to see the surface that's nice, and the cylinder bore. Yeah, that's the plan. Let me go bring for you, it's gonna be a second. I'm gonna bring the crankshaft. Done also with the crankshaft. That's how does it looks like. Like I said, it will gonna go for one light polishing to be beautiful. This is where it sits, the seal. They're not gonna touch this area. The gear looks beautiful. I don't see any problem. I don't see anywhere. Okay. This is the number 2, number 3, 4, and 5th. It shouldn't have this engine more than 100,000 kilometers. That's what I believe. Oh, the crankshaft looks amazing. Nice, no burnt oil. Looking good. The lower bearings. What was the first one? Blue, eh? Yeah, blue. Blue, 3 red, and yellow. First blue, yeah. And the upper, it was all red. Yeah. Yeah. All red. All right. Okay. Now, you know what I don't like? I don't like that it has a burnt oil here. You're gonna tell me it's not changing anything, right? Yeah, I know. But I can make it better than this. And that's what I was saying before when we was watching the crankshaft bearing caps from the other engine, that you see the machining lines and you don't see like the previous block. If you go to watch the previous video, you'll understand what I'm saying. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm going to clean it again. I'm going to clean it again before I put them on. Yeah, I want to be as clean as possible. If it goes at the machine shop, I have to wash it again, but there is no problem. I'm gonna find it in front of me. Now they looks a little bit better than before. Important thing, the surface here inside, the surface here, the side one, okay, and obviously up here where it sits, where it steps the bolt. Lovely. Like this, I'm a little bit more happy. Also the upper is clean, right? Yeah. I didn't forget that. Alright. WD-40, just in case it don't come rusty. Alright, and then bolting it on. Crankshaft bearing caps being torqued down. Alright. Looking nice. Now, I zero the dial bore gauge, 82.5 millimeters. Let's see. Cylinder number 1 near top dead center. Where I'm pointing. It's greater by 7,000 millimeters. Less than 100. Alright? At this point. Fine. If I go a little bit more down, same story. Yeah, this is at bottom dead center there, almost. Alright, now I'm checking this way, alright? At 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Let's go to the number 2. Let's start from down. Yeah, why not? 100 of milliliters, a little bit more than 100. In the middle. Alright, and then near top dead center. Nice, not bad. Cylinder number 3. Cylinder number 3, it's almost at 200 millimeter there. Yep, 200 millimeter greater. Near middle, it's more than 100. Near top, it's a little bit more than 100. Yep. Number 4. Bottom. Less than 100. Middle. Nice. Top. Almost, yeah, okay. Almost 100. Let's see now. Before we was at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, now we are at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Okay. Let's start from down. Down there we have almost 200. Middle. Almost 200. It doesn't go more low. No, it doesn't go. And near top dead center. A little bit more than 200. Cylinder number 2. Top. Same story here. A little bit more than 200. A little bit less than 100 there. And then near bottom dead center, less than 100. Cylinder number 3. Near top dead center, a little bit more than 200. In the middle, a little bit more than 100, and down, yeah, a little bit more than 100. Cylinder number 4. More than 200, near to 300. Middle, a little bit more than 100 millimeter, and down almost 100 millimeter. Yeah. Here up, where it's not stepping the piston ring, how much it is? Yeah, here where it's not stepping the piston ring, it's almost 0. But I'm way up. All right. It's not, I mean, I have seen much worse than this, all right? It's within 100 millimeter plus minus. Now, did I check? No, wait. We have the rust at this point, so let's treat it there, on the rust, right? Right on the rust. What says here? Where I'm pointing? Ah, it's okay. And here on the other spot there are 2 marks over there. You see? I'm talking about, I'm placing the needle here, here, and there is another 1/3 down over there. So I'm trying to read this just in case, out of curiosity, right? It's okay, it's 200 there and there. Let me turn it on it. No, it's okay, it's fine. Alright, yeah, it's not the ideal to have a rust, to don't have a cross hatch there. I mean, the piston rings are not gonna be happy passing through this, alright? Eventually they're gonna polish it. Yeah. All right. Yep. Yep. A cross hatch, you see, it's visible, but it's not. It's light. It's very light cross hatch. This is for high revving engine. If you want to build a engine that's revving at 11,000-12,000 RPMs, you're gonna make one very fine cross hatch. You know. For me, my opinion, to make it 83, but that's me. It's not my call. Let me bring the straight edge to see also the deck, just in case. It's supposed to be fine. I'm gonna remove also the pins here, just in case. Yeah, let's get also one measurements here. One measurement. The deck is perfect, fine. It doesn't have any problem. I check it also with the light. I check it also with the filler cage. If it has, it's gonna have 100 millimeter, and this will gonna be where, if it sits here and here, it's raising the edge slightly up. You can see this with the light. So I measure it here at this point, from where they're passing the studs, the bolts, the cylinder head bolts. At this point here, all right, in the middle, and then I measure it this way from here to here, and then from this way at this point. The other thing that I checked with the light was I put the straight edge there, 1 second, to don't step here to see the difference, and there at this point to don't step here on the edge. It's gonna seal properly, it's not gonna have any problem with the head gasket. It's fine, it's total fine. Let's put it back in place. All right. Yeah, it's not a box that you can just close it, you have to bolt it. You have to use the bolts to close it. It's fine, it's always welcome. It's much more safe, the straight edge, with this way. That's it from the block. I wrap the block with nylon. The crankshaft bearing caps are still there. Okay, the crankshaft over there. This I have to put in a box for when it comes the time. Okay, now my opinion, 83 millimeters. Now, if this is for a competition, for a racing application, and the engine is running, let us say, for a season, and it's not running daily, all right, you're gonna tell me you might use 82.5 millimeters piston, keep it for 2 years, 3 years, 2-3 seasons, and then open it, make it 83, and change piston rings. Also, this is okay, because after the 83 you cannot go anywhere. Once again, that's not my call, this is the owner's call, like any other time. And once again, from my side, what I did, I open the block to make sure that it's healthy, and it is healthy, the block. It's something that I can work with. The same thing also with the crankshaft. Now, I'm following in orders, all right, like I've said before. If they say to me, send at the machine shop, make it 83, that's what I'm gonna do. If they say to me, no, send only the crankshaft, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm waiting instructions. Did I make myself clear? I hope yes. I have to continue now with a couple of other cases outside. The CDL block, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put see the crankshaft bearing caps. If you compare it with the other one, you see that's the number 1, number 5. The CDL, I'm gonna wrap it completely to don't be exposed any area. I'm gonna put the crankshaft bearing caps and then back to the customer. One friend, he asked that is the cam adjuster original? It is original, man. It has the Audi logo on it. Why it don't be? It's new, original cam adjuster. Yeah. Same thing we're gonna have also with the crankshaft, the oil pump and the balance shafts. Question mark, like I said before. Okay, the same. For any news, I'm gonna make another video. Till that time, we're gonna see. Keep in mind, Still, from the office, they haven't tell me, yeah, you know what, you're gonna close the engine, or not, you're not gonna close the engine. I have no clue. I just prepare the block and the crankshaft to be ready. If we send to the machine shop, to be ready. So from my side, I'm not gonna delay something. I'm not gonna have to open all the engine. Makes sense. What else? I don't have pistons. I don't have piston rings. I don't have crankshaft main bearings. I don't have connector bearings. I don't have a head gasket. I don't have the seals for the water pump here, for the engine oil heat exchanger, for the oil filter housing, the crankshaft rear seal. I have nothing actually. The only thing what I have is the studs, the bolts for the camshaft up, the studs for down, connecting rods I have, yeah, it's fine. The pistons that don't fit on the 82.5, and even if it was 83, I don't want to use that pistons, the previous pistons. The piston rings, forget it. Okay. Timing components, to put a new timing components, new timing belt kit, you know, the front seal, crankshaft front seal, covers. Fortunately, the other engine, the BWA has nice covers. They're not being broken like this one. They're not coming apart. I wash also this one. I have it there inside. All right. Like I said before, out of two engines, I'm gonna find the healthier parts. I haven't made any list yet because nobody asked me to make a list. I want to make a list actually, but now I have to stop what I'm doing and I have to go outside to work on some other cars. Yeah, that's it pretty much. You see that I was saying yesterday that this bracket's better. It looks much better. Also that one. It looks much more bright. It doesn't have oxidation on it. And the cylinder head will gonna end up to come like brand new. I'm gonna love the valves. The cylinder head's BWA. I mentioned that before. It is from BWA. It's not a CDL. And the camshafts are billet camshafts. They're not the OEM camshafts. Yeah, the piston connections are aftermarket, so it doesn't matter if there is. That's why I said that CDL or BWA in this application doesn't matter because we have a billet camshafts, we have a aftermarket piston connecting rods. The crankshaft's the same. Yeah, the balance shafts down, it's being cancelled. Makes sense, right? Fuel injectors are aftermarket. The heat exchanger, I want to say this heat exchanger, it's worse than the other one. The other one, it's much better condition than this one. Yeah, finish. Let me go to work outside. The 157, M177, the Jaguar here, I'm waiting the studs. Somebody asked about the Jaguar. I'm waiting the studs. I don't have the studs. For this one, yeah, stand by for that one. Two M157s over there. Why I'm saying this now here? It's the video for the Golf. Yeah, never mind. Thank you. Over and out.